Definition of a soldier. Hey man, Phineas, nigga. Y'all know what time it is, man.
Captain Capaz,
Spirit of Phineas on this
Captain
motherfucker.
DeVar, what's happening, man?
Definition of a soldier, militant-minded, violent, silent, sleeping giant. I am titan, soaring, flying, roaring, lying, glorifying, Lord desire. Pump the barrel. Anybody opposing, fold 'em, fuck 'em, focus, choke 'em, smoke 'em, soulless soldier molded. Spirit of Moses, home of the truth, you homeless homies. Pump the barrel. The force coming, dark angel of war coming, the archangel, the Lord coming for shortcomings. Street niggas to reach niggas from street corners. We seek niggas and teach niggas to speak for us. I read the 1611 to get the power outage. My niggas show up in all black like a power outage. You got a bitch out of pocket to put a collar on her. I take the killer as cracker and bring the coward out of her. Less talking and more killing, more bodies and no feelings. One body and one spirit, that body you giving niggas. And all of you Christian niggas will come up some missing niggas. Nigga, this the home of the truth, fuck your religion, nigga. Now ya Allah, the Dawadai, Yahweh power, Kwam Yasha Allah. It's a return of the higher power, Shalom. Y'all know what the hell this is. I.S.U.P.K. Chicago presents the Midwest Fire Weekend, hosted by Captain Mawa Quad. Rainbow Beach Park is finna be lit, y'all. On the 25th, we got the 12 Tribes Lecture. On the 26th, we got Camp Downtown Chicago. 27th, we got the Band 2 Feast. On the 28th, the Cookout. You gotta be here. If you ain't here, shit, you ain't nowhere, man. Y'all know what time it is. 125th Ward West, Harlem. Since 1969, put it down. Shout out Commander General Yohanna and all the generals. Shalom.
People are under the misconception that God forgives white people and all these other heathen nations for what they've done to our people. That he forgives them for the slavery, for the beatings, for the murders, the tortures. When the case is that the Most High God, he wants redemption, he wants vengeance for what these heathens have done to us. Right. And when World War III comes, that's exactly what's going to happen. These heathens, their nations are going to fall. They're going to perish as we did. And the Most High God, he's going to be happy about that. He's not going to give a damn about how many of them died. How many of them cry to him and beg him for forgiveness. All he cares about is that his chosen people, the 12 tribes of Israel, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are finally free from this oppression. You got that scripture for me? Oh yeah? Alright, no sweat, no sweat. I'm saying, look, these heathens, they don't know what's coming to them. Right. They just walk around, la-di-da, living it up in their kingdom. Which in reality, that's what they should be doing. They should be enjoying the riches of this kingdom. Right. When the Most High God sends Christ back, there's going to be nothing but death. Right. Nothing but sorrow. That's right. Nothing but punishment for what they've done to us. That's right. And they know that's what's coming, which is why these heathens are doing so much in order to prepare themselves for Christ's return. You got that scripture for me? 9:24. Go ahead. Book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Who rules the earth right now? Who has to say, you know what I'm saying, to say what's the yay and nay, what goes on in other nations? That's the so-called white man. No matter what nation you go to, he's going to say, oh, well, you can't do this, or you can do that. This is okay, but that isn't. But yet, the white man, he's over here enslaving and putting our Hispanic brothers in concentration camps. But yet, what is the white man, where's these other white nations that says that's not okay? Isn't that what the UN does? They step in, they say, this isn't okay, you can't do that. But yeah, I haven't seen a single blue helmet on U.S. soil yet. I haven't seen a single UN representative say, hey, you shouldn't be doing that. If you keep this up, we're going to bring in the military from all across the earth. But yet, that's not happening. Go ahead. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. Who's the judges? The judges are the priests and prophets in this book right here. Right. The blacks, Hispanics, the Native Indians. That's right. That's not the only faces he's covered. Hispanic or Native Indian that has ever created any invention that has prospered this nation, they always say it was a white man. They go out of their way in order to say, well, you know, it was a white dude that did it. It was a white dude who made the light bulb, made the stoplight, the engine. When in reality, it was a black man. It was a black, Hispanic, or Native Indian man. No white man has ever created anything of significance in this nation or across all the planet Earth. The only thing the white man has created is ways to torture and kill us. That's the only thing he's created. That's right. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. Let me get that homosexual on the ground right there, Uncle Shot. Caesar Borgia is his name. The man that the Christian church paints as Christ. A water out of one. This right here is Caesar Borgia, the sixth son of Pope Alexander IV. He was a homosexual. He was a murderer. He was a rapist, an incestuous bastard. He loved boys just like every white man does. This man right here, he is a image of Christ.
That's right.
And if you even try to prove that Christ was a black man, just like the Bible says in the book of Revelations, white people are going to do anything in their power to disprove it. Just like my mother, a so-called white woman, when I brought out in the book of Revelations that Christ was a black man with the feet of burnt brass, she tried saying, well, maybe he was dirty. Just think of that. The greatest man on the face of this earth was just a dirty goddamn man. When in reality, if he was a white man, you could say he was dirty.
That's right.
Christ was a black man.
That's right.
Judah, a so-called, a Slaki, a Hebrew Israelite, who belonged to his greatest nation on the face of this earth.
Right.
Good more on that?
Right.
Go ahead. The earth is given unto the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? If not, where and who is he? If the white man is not the most wicked, evil bastard on the face of this earth, then who is?
Right.
Is it the Arab man? Is it the African man? The Asian? The East Indian? No, because they do not rule this earth. The white man does. And he has ruled this earth since our empire has fallen. Since the Roman Empire he has ruled. Give me the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 9. Anytime that the white man has ruled on this earth, he has done nothing but caused us sorrow and destruction. He has done nothing but cause us pain. And yet we forgive him for it. We forgive him for what he has done to us. Even though no nation on the face of this earth has ever forgiven another nation for doing misdeeds to their people. You think that the Arab man has forgiven the white man for what he's done to their people? You think the African man has forgiven what he's done to their people, chopping off their hands and hanging them around their necks in the Congo? Hell no. He wants redemption. He wants vengeance for what has been done to his people. Just like the Asian man has when the white man pumped opium into his communities back a long time ago during the Silk Road. But yet, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the only ones that want to forgive slavery. We're the only ones that want to forgive the white man when he crushes our babies' heads on stones. When he rips open the stomachs of our pregnant women. When he feeds us to dogs and rips us apart with ox. We're the only people that want to forgive him. But in reality, we should want the white man to perish. We should want him to crawl into the deepest, grimiest hole and die as slowly as possible.
That's right.
You got that? Go ahead. Book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. If any man have an ear, let him hear. Which means, if the Most High God gave you the capability to listen, if he gave you the ability to hear, to use your eardrums, listen up. You know what I'm saying? You listen up when that homosexual, your Christian pastor talks about the Bible. So why would you listen up when the true priests and prophets of the Most High God talk?
That's right.
Why would you not listen when the most righteous men on the face of this earth right now are talking? But yeah, you'll listen to a homosexual. You'll listen to Arab or a black man that wants to follow the God of the Arabs when he's talking about the Quran. But yeah, you don't listen to black men when they're talking about black men's book.
Right.
Go ahead. He that leadeth into captivity, he that leadeth into captivity? Who led blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians into captivity? That would be the so-called white man.
Right.
Who's the one that sailed all the way across the earth in order to enslave Hispanics and Native Indians? That's the white man.
Right.
He didn't give a damn how long it took him to get here. He didn't give a damn how many men he had to sacrifice in order to make us his slaves. All he cared about was putting us under his goddamn boot.
Right.
Yet when Christ returns, guess what's going to happen to you, Mr. White Man? You're going to be under blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian boots.
That's right.
Your goddamn day.
That's right.
He that killeth with the sword. He that leadeth into captivity shall. He that leadeth into captivity. Once the white man enslaved blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, what did he do? He sailed all the way back across the earth in order to enslave so-called Negroes, blacks. Because he knew who he was searching for when he went over there to the west coast of Africa. He knew that he was looking for the 12 tribes to the tribe of Judah. He knew he was looking for the Negroes, and the so-called Africans over there, they knew exactly where they were, which is why the white man could find us so damn easily. Which is why they easily dismantled our kingdom and rounded us all up and put us on cargo slave ships. And the African, he didn't do that by himself. No, not just him and the white man, but the Arab man also helps him out. And that's a lesson for those of you that want to follow the God of the Arab man. Who want to join hand in hand with the Arab man. And be like, hey buddy, how you doing? When you walk into the convenience stores. That bastard put our people into slavery, just like the white man did, just like the African man did. We should not want to forgive any of these nations for what they've done to our people.
That's right.
Go ahead. He that killeth with the sword, he that killeth with the sword. The sword can be multiple things. Back then, it was the sword. It was an actual sword. It was a dagger. It was the plague which the white man released on Hispanics and Native Indians. It was famine which the white man caused on Hispanics and Native Indians. Go ahead. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. The modern day sword, what is that? That's the gun. That's the grenade, the RPG, the tank, the machine gun. All these things that the white man is going to try to turn on the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. It's not the first time he's done it. When he first came over here and invaded my ancestors, the so-called Native Indians, what did he use? He used guns. He used cannons. He used grenades. He did whatever he could in order to get a foothold in this country.
Right.
And on top of that, he also used his famine. He used his disease, which was a big help to the so-called white man when he invaded these lands. You know what I'm saying? He wiped out over 90% of Hispanics and Native Indians with his diseases, with his AIDS, with his smallpox, his gangrene, whatever you want to call it. He used all these devices in order to get a foothold in this country. Especially after he ravaged our people with disease, he would come through with the sword and he would slaughter thousands. He would invade cities and slaughter thousands. Even though back then, after we were stricken with disease and weakened from famine, we were still putting up fights. The Hispanics, the so-called Aztecs, one man could take on a dozen European men, a dozen Spaniards, and that is documented history. And that's after he's been weakened. That's after the white man has done everything he could to break that man's spirit. That shows you how much of a warrior we are. That's right. How much of a warrior blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are. That's right. Which is why the white man tries so goddamn hard to keep us down. Which is why he's going to fail. Because we are warriors.
That's right.
Nations pay for what they've done to us, no matter what it was that they've done. Just like whenever the white man forced us into the mines and worked us till we were exhausted and died. Worked us so goddamn hard that our women's intestines burst from the amount of gold they had to carry out for the white man. Worked us so goddamn hard that our people got a disease in the mind that was called mining cock. It was so bad that their jaws and their intestines rotted away. Rotted away until they died a slow and painful death. And they didn't get to stop working. They didn't get to take a break. They had to keep going as their insides were rotting, as they were suffering from what the white man has inflicted them with.
Right.
So, go ahead and give me the book of Zechariah, chapter 11, verse 4. Because that's the type of people we are. We push through whatever the white man does to us. We overcome whatever obstacle these heathen nations put in front of us. Just like we always have. Just like we have since slavery, up until now. We overcome everything. And if we can't overcome it, you know what I'm saying, we get together and we do what we can to overcome. Just like we did when the Black Panthers were put in effect. Just like we did when all these other black movements were put in effect. We decided to come together because we saw that that was our only option, was to come together as brothers. And that's not only so-called Negroes, we're saying blacks, but that's also the Hispanics. That's also the Native Indians, who we look to, how we join together in order to prosper our people. And each tribe came together. Go ahead. Book of Zechariah, chapter 11, verse 4. Thus saith the Lord my God, feed the flock of the slaughter. Thus saith the Lord my God, feed the flock of the slaughter. Who's the flock of the slaughter? The flock of the slaughter are so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians out here just wandering the streets. Out here just living their lives, not giving a damn about what's going on in this wicked in this wicked kingdom.
Right.
The way we feed our people, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, is by giving them the true knowledge that's in this Bible. Hold on out, Bobby Shop. By giving them the laws, statutes, and commandments that were given to us, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. No other nation. The Most High God did not give this book to any other nation. Because at the end of the day, no other nation needs this book. No other nation is suffering the way that we do.
Right.
No other nation needs these laws, statutes, and commandments. And no other nation can follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. Which our Christian pastors, they lead you to believe that anybody and everybody can follow them. And that's not the case at all. None of these nations are capable of it. Because they're all wicked and bastards. Especially the white man, who does nothing but go against what the Most High God says. Who does nothing but says homosexuality is okay when God says it's wrong. Right. Who says it's okay to worship other gods when the Most High God says it's wrong. And he's not forcing that on his own people. But his own people know that their God, the Christian God, Jesus Mashiach, is a lie. They know that that is not the real God. Right. So he pushes it on blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, which is why our people out here following all these different gods, all these different mindsets that the white man is pushing to our communities, doing nothing but destroy our people more and more.
I.S.U.P.K. Chicago presents the 12 Tribes Lecture by Captain Katazai from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. kicking off the Midwest Fire Weekend. For more information, contact 312-547-1991. Again, that's 312-547-1991. On July 25th, we're going to be on 938 East 79th Street, Chicago, Illinois. Don't miss out on this great lecture, man. This is going to be fire.
Captain Katazai, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under Commander General Yohanna.
Why is having a lecture like this so important?
And one thing that we're missing out here is we're missing an identity, man. Every other race and nation of people knows who they are.
We're going to be bringing out all the archaeology as far as, you understand, proving who these tribes are.
If you look at this book right here, this is everything leaving our temple when they ransacked us. Rome minted this coin called the Judea capture, meaning Jerusalem captured.
And so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, you understand, and then the adjoining names as to who we are today and the various tribes that we're from.
Every black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, you were born a Jew. You were born an Israelite.
Our oppressors' culture, their religion, their God, was all forced upon us, and as a result, we lost the sense of who we are.
How did we get over here in America? Why were we in Africa? What were the Puerto Ricans and the Taino Indians and the Arawak Indians and the Incas and the Mayans? What were they doing over here?
This is a pushback and another step closer to us regaining our culture, getting back closer with the Most High, so that this way He can restore our nation and our people.
Why is it Latinos and blacks have not yet seen the similarities in their plight here in America?
We separate because we're in different religions. We separate because we identify differently. We separate because a brother wears a different goddamn color than you.
Black and Hispanics of Negro or Indian descent on their father's side, we are conquered.
We're on the bottom of every single social and economic system. We fill the prison systems. You understand that? We're number one in every single disease.
And upon being divided and conquered, they labeled us different races. They labeled us, you understand, under different categories. Black and Hispanics run together. We do recognize that we are the same people and have the same flavor. We got to get back to that and realize that we have a common enemy and a common identity. This is what gets someone off of drugs. This is what heals your soul and cleans you up. What made me join the I.S.U.P.K is I was searching for a very long time. I started with different, I guess, so-called religions or spiritual systems. And the reason as to why I'm here is because the truth is here.
Now, where should every black, Hispanic, or Native American be on July 25th, 2019?
Man, every single black, Hispanic, and Native Indian should be making a damn pilgrimage to the Midwest. You understand? With the heavy hitters, Captain Mawquad, Captain Debar, Officer Ra'im, you understand? Officer Lamakia Allah, all them heavy hitting brothers, Salakia, if I missed y'all, Captain Kapash, you know what I'm saying? All these different brothers out in the Midwest that's raising up black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. We should all be at that lecture at the Chicago school, you understand? I'd like to thank Captain Mawquad for extending an invitation for me to come out there and be able to break down this information for our people, because it's so imperative that we wake up now more than ever.
I get it on outside. You in the crib, but the boy outside. I get it on outside.